So what did we come to understand from this? Here the most important part in this word problem is decoding. Yes, this is the strategy followed by toppers to solve maths paper. They know the correct method of decoding this word problem. What is decoding? Hello viewers, welcome to VrushuRaj classes YouTube channel. When we discuss about the math subject, most of the students fear of one part in that mathematics paper, and that is word problems. So today in this video we are going to discuss about the word problems. What exactly is the problem with these word problems? Why the students are not able to crack these word problems? Why they find it so difficult? So in this video I will explain in simple 5 steps why the student lose marks in word problems, and later I will also explain simple 5 steps how you can score 100% marks in this word problem. So the video is going to be short, important and interesting, and at the end of this video I will also share 5 bonus tips which will help you to score best marks in this mathematics subject. So first let's talk about the word problem. First of all, why the students fear of this word problem? So the very first reason is the student find this word problem questions too lengthy. They find it that there is a too long story in that, and then later in the solution of this word problems long statements are expected. So instead of only solution, we have to read the story, then we have to write the story in the statements, and then we have to solve this. So first of all, the lengthy part of this word problems arises fear. So word problem, word itself arises fear in the mind of the students. And so what they do, they don't have patience to read the problem. So they straight away rush to the solution, and in all these things they go in wrong statements, wrong solutions. So all these things creates confusion, and the ultimate result is wrong solution, and they don't get any marks for this word problem. Okay, this was the first reason. The second reason is students are good at mathematics. Means they are good at addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Means in mathematics part they are good, but they are weak in English language. So sometimes they find it little bit difficult to read these lengthy word problems, and later even if they manage to read, sometimes they find it difficult to grasp the exact meaning of these word problems. Means here the problem is not mathematics, the problem is language problem. So they don't understand meaning. Ultimately they don't understand what exactly is given, what exactly is expected, what exactly is asked, and again the final result is wrong solution, wrong answer, and no marks for this word problem. Now the third reason why the students are not able to score in this part is they don't know the correct logic. Yes, lack of proper knowledge of solving the word problem. They simply read randomly, they just rush in solving. So the proper track, the proper system of solving this word problem is not followed, and again the result is wrong solution and no problems for this question. Now the fourth reason is very common reason. Students, they read the problem but they get confused. What exactly is asked? What is exactly expected from the student? They don't solve for that and they solve something else. Means the question or the expected thing is one thing, and what the students solve and what the student they place in front of the examiner is completely different. So what expected is not given in the paper. So how will you get the marks for this question? So here again the final result is no marks for this word problem question. Now the fifth reason for not getting marks in this part is students straight away jump to the direct conclusion. Straight away they write the formula and write the answer, but in all this thing they get confused. They don't give proper time for understanding the problem, and again the ultimate result is the chances of going wrong are more rather than getting the correct answer. So these are the 5 major problems why the students are not able to score proper marks in this word problem part in the mathematics paper. So now let's move to the 5 solution. So these simple 5 steps will help you to score 100% marks in this word problem part. The very first thing, read the problem properly, word to word. Yes, first reading should be done with patience. Word to word reading must be done of the problem. Then later, focus on the last question. Focus properly on the last question. What exactly is expected? What exactly is expected? Means what is going to be a destination? Once you come to know your destination, your track is set, your route is set. So once you understand what exactly is asked, this will set the proper direction for the solving. So here itself the 50% work is done. Now in the second step, ignore the story. Ignore the story part. Focus on the mathematical part. What exactly the given data is there in this word problem and what exactly we have to solve for. So now in the first step we read the problem, we understood the story. Now in the second step we have to ignore the story and focus on the mathematical part. Now the third step. Third step is very simple and important, or we can say the turning point of this. Here we have to convert this word problem. We have to convert this word problem to mathematical sum. So the conversion part takes place here. We have to simply convert the word problem to one mathematical sum. Now the fourth step. Fourth is important and simple step. Once you get the mathematical part of that word problem, you have to select the correct formula. Now here in mathematics, we don't have formula for each and every simple thing. Means for example, the formula area of rectangle is length into breadth. So if area is given, length is given and breadth is asked in the question. So the student should not get confused that we don't have any separate formula to find the width of the rectangle. No, here when we use any formula, that is area is equal to length into breadth. So the same formula we have to use to find area, length as well as width. So here this thing you have to understand properly and accordingly you have to select the formula. And the last part is quite simple. Once you cover the previous 4 steps, then the last part is very easy. Formula is set, you have to just substitute the figures, solve properly and score 100% marks in this word problem. So what did we come to understand from this? Here the most important part in this word problem is decoding. Yes, this is the strategy followed by toppers to solve maths paper. They know the correct method of decoding this word problem. What is decoding? Decoding means proper understanding of each and every word of this word problem. We have to understand each and every word and then solve it. So I think the 5 common mistakes what the students do and the 5 steps what you have to follow to score best marks in this part is quite clear. And as I said, I will also tell you the 5 bonus points which will help you to score best marks in mathematics. Okay, once you come to know the reason why you lose marks, you can definitely work on that and score best mark. So here I will tell you the common mistakes what the students do while solving the maths paper. The first thing is solve without understanding. The students, they don't give time to themselves to understand the problem. First understand and then solve. Second common mistake what the students do is select the wrong formula. Yes, in most of the papers, the reason for losing marks is wrong formula. What is expected? What formula is expected? That is not applied. Instead of that, some wrong formula is placed and ultimately the result is the sum goes wrong. Then again, one small reason to lose marks is ignoring units. In mathematics, units also plays very important role. Centimeter, meter, kilogram, gram, whatever are the units involved in the mathematical word problem, you have to write those units in the final answer. So even ignoring units are also the reason for losing marks. One more thing is laziness in proper solving. Students, they like shortcuts. So sometimes they skip the step or directly they jump to the solution. But this laziness in proper solving will lead to losing marks or to the wrong answer. And last but not the least, you have to cross check. Always reserve some time. Always reserve few minutes at the end to cross check your answers. This really helps to check your mistakes and to score best marks in your paper. So I think this word problem part will not be the difficult part for you anymore. So those who find this word problem very difficult, and if you know even a single friend who find this word problem difficult, don't forget to share this video to that friend. Share this video at least to one of your friends who find this word problem too difficult. And even from your side, if you have any query regarding any subject, drop your query in our comment box. We will definitely try to answer your query. And to get the updates of such interesting, useful, interesting videos, don't forget to press the subscribe button. Subscribe our channel so that you'll get the updates of such videos. So my dear students, my dear viewers, thank you so much for watching this video.